Welcome friends, welcome to Trichy Madhu Education. This is our video number 11. We are seeing 10th standard science subject. Now we are going to see unit 5 acoustics. In this we are going to see the reflection of sound waves, echo and Doppler effect. Now sound waves, when you think about sound, the questions that arise in your mind are: how is sound produced? How does sound reach our ears from various sources? What is sound? Is it the force or energy? Let us answer all these questions. By touching a ringing bell, a musical instrument, while it is producing music, you can conclude that sound is produced by vibrations. The vibrating bodies produce energy in the form of waves, which are nothing but sound waves. The production of sound waves is shown in figure number 5.1. Now suppose you are and your friend are on the moon. Will you be able to hear any sound produced by your friend? As the moon does not have air, you will not be able to hear any sound produced by your friend. Hence, you understand that the sound produced due to the vibration of different bodies needs a material medium like air, water, steel, etc. for its propagation. Hence, sound can propagate through a gaseous medium or a liquid medium or a solid medium. So, sound needs different bodies, mediums like air, water, steel for its propagation. It can propagate through gas, liquid and solid mediums. Longitudinal waves. Sound waves are longitudinal waves that can travel through any medium, solid, liquid, gases, with a speed that depends on the properties of the medium. As sound travels through a medium, the particles of the medium vibrate along the direction of the propagation of the wave. This displacement involves the longitudinal displacements of individual molecules from their mean position. This results in a series of high and low pressure regions called compressions and refractions. The sound propagates as longitudinal waves are shown in figure 5.2. Now, the sound waves based on their frequencies are categorized. Three categories are there. The first one is audible waves. These are sound waves with a frequency ranging between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. These are generated by vibrating bodies such as vocal cords, stretched strings, etc. Second one is infrasonic waves. These are sound waves with a frequency below 20 Hz that cannot be heard by the human ear. Example, waves produced during earthquakes, ocean waves, sound produced by whales, etc. Third one is ultrasonic waves. These are sound waves with a frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. So infrasonic waves, these are sound waves with a frequency below 20 Hz that cannot be heard by human ear. Example, waves produced during earthquake, ocean waves, sound produced by whales, etc. Third one is ultrasonic waves. These are sound waves with a frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. Human ear cannot detect these waves, but certain creatures like mosquito, dogs, bats, dolphins can detect these waves. Example, waves produced by bats. So ultrasonic waves or the waves the bats can produce, but it cannot be heard by us. The frequency of these ultrasonic waves is greater than 20 kilohertz. These are sound waves with frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. Human ear cannot detect these waves, but certain creatures like mosquito, dogs, bats, dolphins can detect these waves. Example, waves produced by bats. Difference between the sound and light waves. Sound medium is required for the propagation. For light, medium is not required for the propagation. Second one, sound waves are longitudinal. Light waves are transverse. Sound waves are longitudinal. Light waves are transverse. Sound medium is required for propagation. Light medium is not required for propagation. Sound waves are longitudinal. Light waves are transverse. Wavelength ranges from 1.65 centimeter to 1.65 meter. Wavelength ranges from 4 into 10 power minus 7 meter to 7 into 10 power 7 meter. This is the wavelength of sound and light. The wavelength of sound is 1.65 centimeter to 1.65 meter, and light ranges from 4 into 10 power minus 7 meter to 7 into 10 power 7 meter. Sound waves travel in air with a speed of about 340 meter per second at NTP. Sound waves travel in air with a speed of about 340 meter per second. Light waves travel in air with a speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. This is the difference between sound and light waves. Velocity of sound waves. When you talk about the velocity associated with any wave, there are two velocities, namely particle velocity and wave velocity. Particle velocity and wave velocity. SI unit of velocity is meter m. Now, the particle velocity. The velocity with which the particles of the medium vibrate in order to transfer the energy in the form of wave is called particle energy. What is particle velocity? The velocity with which the particles of the medium vibrate in order to transfer the energy in the form of a wave is called particle velocity. The velocity with which the particles of the medium vibrate in order to transfer the energy in the form of a wave is called particle velocity. Wave velocity. The velocity with which the wave travels through the medium is called wave velocity. What is wave velocity? The velocity with which the wave travels through the medium is called wave velocity. In other words, the distance traveled by a sound wave in unit time is called the velocity of sound wave. Velocity is equal to distance by time taken. If the distance traveled by one wave is taken as one wavelength lambda and the time taken for this propagation in one time period capital T, then the expression for velocity can be written as velocity is equal to lambda by T, v is equal to lambda by T. Therefore, velocity can be defined as the distance traveled per second by the sound wave. Since frequency n is equal to 1 by T, v is equal to n lambda. Velocity of the sound waves is maximum in solids because they are more elastic in nature than liquid and gases. Since gases are least elastic in nature, the velocity of sound is the least in the gaseous medium. Therefore, velocity of sound is greater than velocity of liquids is greater than velocity of gases. V of S is greater than V of L is greater than V of G. Factors affecting velocity of sound. In the case of solids, the elastic properties and the density of the solids affects the velocity of the sound waves. Elastic property of solid is categorized by their elastic moduli. The speed of sound is directly proportional to the square root of the elastic modulus and inversely proportional to the square root of the density. Thus, the velocity of the sound in solids decreases as the density increases, whereas the velocity of sound increases when the velocity of the material increases. In the cases of gases, the following factors affects the velocity of sound waves. So, elastic property of solids is categorized by their elastic moduli. The speed of sound is directly proportional to the square root of the elastic modulus and inversely proportional to the square root of the density. Thus, the velocity of sound in solids decreases as the density increases, whereas the velocity of sound increases when the velocity of the material increases. In the case of gases, the following factors affects the velocity of sound waves. Effect of density. The velocity of sound in a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of the density of the gas. Hence, the velocity decreases as the density of gas increases. V is inversely proportional to the square root of I by d. 1 by d, the square root of d. அதாவது the velocity, that is the velocity of sound in the gas is inversely proportional to the square root of the density of the gas. Hence the velocity decreases as the density of the gas increases. V is inversely proportional to D. The effect of temperature, the velocity of sound in the gas is directly proportional to the square root of the temperature. The velocity of sound in a gas is directly proportional to the square root of its temperature. The velocity of a sound in a gas increases with the increase in temperature. Velocity V is directly proportional to the square root of T. Velocity at temperature capital T is given by the following equation. V of T is equal to V of 0 plus 0.61 capital into capital D meter per second. Here V of 0 is the velocity of sound in the gas at 0 degree temperature, 0 degree Celsius. For air, V of 0 is equal to 331 meter per second. V of 0 is the velocity of sound. For air, it is 331 meter per second. Hence, the velocity of sound changes by 0.61 meter per second when the temperature changes by 1 degree Celsius. Effect of relative humidity. When humidity increases, the speed of sound increases. That is why you can hear sound from long distances clearly during rainy seasons. In rainy seasons, we can clearly hear the long sound from long distances because the humidity increases, the speed of the sound increases. Humidity is more at the time of rainy times, so the humidity increases, therefore the speed of sound is also increased. Speed of sound waves different media are given in table 5.1. Speed of sound in different media: solid, liquid and gas. In solid, copper, iron, aluminum, and liquid, kerosene, water, sea water. Gas, it is air at 0 degree C, air at 20 degree C. So name of the medium: copper. Copper speed of sound is 5010 meter per second. For copper, the speed of sound is 5010 meter per second. For iron, it is 5950 meter per second. Aluminum, it is 6420 meter per second. For kerosene, it is 1324 meter per second. Water 1493 meter per second. Sea water 1533 meter per second. For air at 0 degree Celsius, 331 meter per second. For air at 20 degree C, it is 343 meter per second. There is a problem. For example, then reflection of sound. When you speak in an empty room, you hear a soft repetition of your voice. This is nothing but the reflection of the sound wave that you produce. Let us discuss about the reflection of sound in detail through the following activity. When sound waves travel in a given medium and strike the surface of another medium, they can be bounced back into the first medium. This phenomenon is known as reflection. In simple, the reflection and refraction of sound is actually similar to the reflection of light. Thus, a bouncing of sound waves from the interface between two media is termed as the reflection of sound. The waves that strike the interface are termed as the incident wave, and the waves that bounce back are termed as reflected waves. It was shown in figure 5.3, reflection of sound. Laws of reflection. Like light waves, sound waves obey some fundamental laws of reflection. The following two laws of reflection are applicable to sound waves as well. The incident wave, the normal to the reflecting surface, and the reflected wave at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. The law of reflection, there are two laws. The incident wave, the normal to the reflecting surface, and the reflected wave at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. Second one, this is the angle of incidence. Angle I is equal to the angle of reflection R. Angle I is equal to angle R. These laws can be observed. It was shown in figure 5.4. In the above figure 5.4, the sound wave that travels towards the reflecting surface are called the incident waves. The sound waves bouncing back from the reflecting surface are called reflected waves. The sound waves that travel towards the reflecting surface are called incident waves. The sound waves bouncing back from the reflecting surface is called reflected waves. For all practical purposes, the point of incidence and the point of reflection is the same point on the reflecting surface. A particular line drawn at the point of incidence is called the normal. What is a normal? A particular perpendicular line drawn at the point of incidence is called the normal. The angle which the incident sound wave makes with the normal is called the angle of incidence, I. The angle which is reflected wave makes with the normal is called the angle of reflection, R. So there is a one. Do you know there is a box? Do you know acoustical wonder of Golconda Fort, Hyderabad, Telangana? In Telangana, Hyderabad, there is a monument. It is called the Golconda Fort. There is a acoustical wonder. The clapping portico in Golconda Fort is a series of arches on one side, each smaller than the preceding one. So a sound wave generated under the dome would get compressed and then bounce back, amplified sufficiently to reach a considerable distance. The clapping portico in Golconda Fort is a series of arches on one side, each smaller than the preceding one. So a sound wave generated under the dome would get compressed and then bounce back, amplified sufficiently to reach a considerable distance. With this, we will come to an end of this video number 11. We are studying the lesson acoustics in 10th standard science subject. Friends, go through the lessons again and again. You can able to understand. Subscribe to Trichy Madhu Education. Hit a like. Hit the bell button for viewing all our videos. It will be very useful to you. Share to your friends. Subscribe to Trichy Madhu Education. Thank you, friends.